8 days from the beginning of what could be, what will be an exciting, just fabuloso 2007 baseball season. Who better to have talk about it than a guy that writes for USA Today? He's a writer for Major League Baseball. Mel Antonen joining us on AM Game Day on ESPN Radio. Mel, everything going on, questions about starting pitchers, whether Pedro will even pitch this year, where we're going to see Roger, will Bonds get the record, all of that to me put on the side burner when I read this story about Craig Biggio and the Sunshine Kids Foundation pin on his hat. It really broke my heart, but it didn't surprise me because I'm not a big Major League Baseball office fan. When you heard 20 years later that they're actually making him take the pin off, what were you thinking?
Oh, I don't know, man. It's a difficult thing. I don't know what to say on that. I think next question. I'm going to think about that a second.
If you think about all the things baseball has to worry about, whether it's steroids, whether it's the next performance-enhancing drug that comes out that they're going to need to test for, whether it's how to deal with Barry Bonds this year, whether it's how to cope with Pete Rose pushing himself in the face of Major League Baseball. I think as preposterous as it is that they even gave it time, it shows me that there are a lot of guys with time on their hands they don't know what to do with, which is crazy because there's so much to face. But it broke my heart a little bit, Mel.
It did break my heart. I understand what you're saying. I mean, they tell him to take the pin off the cap. He's been wearing it for a long time. The issue is not that they're against helping foundations that help children with cancer. That's not the issue. The issue is that it may sound like, the commissioner's worrying about little things now, but that's the kind of stuff that can detract from the game if it gets out of hand. Sure, it's important to recognize foundations and charities, but one thing leads to another. And a couple of years ago, the stories all became, what are players wearing on their caps? What is this guy fighting for? What does this guy think? What's this guy's political statement? And I think that kind of takes away from the game. And well, it's unfortunate that they're holding Craig Biggio responsible for this. I think there's merit in saying we've got to stop some of this. This isn't, baseball caps aren't the place to promote charities.
Yeah, that's a good point.
For everything.
Yeah, it's a good point.
It's just the next thing some guy's going to wear it. This is what I want to wear. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And then the story becomes, the uniforms become political statements. And so I don't know really what I thought, but now that we think about it a little bit, that's how I think.
Yeah,
and I think Craig Biggio probably understands that.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. It just seems so trivial. But I get it. If they start broadcasting on their forehead who their sponsors are, that could get ugly. I just thought since it was spring training and he'd been doing it for so long, but I get your point.